Our story begins beneath the surface, in a small community of simple and happy fish. One day, a mysterious stranger arrived. We shall call him Mr. Carp. Mr. Carp was a sly fellow, and he did not come empty-handed. No, with him he brought the finest black pearls. Mr. Carp set up shop with a brilliant illuminated sign no fish could resist. He told the fish of the town, "If you desire success, power and status, then my friends look no further. Your life is meaningless without these." All of the town's fish came to see Mr. Carp and his fine black pearls, as did the little fish. "Status is everything," said Mr. Carp, and the little fish had none. Mr. Carp gave his best speech, and the town's fish ate up every word. One by one, the fish formed a line. They realized they had been missing something their whole lives, and Mr. Carp's pearls were just the thing. The little fish followed the others. He quite liked the sound of instant success, wondrous power, and an elite status. The little fish hurried home to show his friend his fine black pearls. He swam proudly through the reefs, though the heavy pearls did make him a little tired. "Well, hello, little fish," said his friend. "Look," said the little fish excitedly. "Look how wonderful I am now." "But you were wonderful before, little fish." "You have been tricked," said his friend. "Now take them off before they set in." "All right," sighed the little fish, and he shook his fins with all his might, and the pearls came off with a pop and sank into the sand. "Now," said his friend, "let us see what old Mr. Carp is up to." When Mr. Carp packed up for the day, the little fish followed him. The little fish followed Mr. Carp a very long way, past the reef, and the old sea anemone too. He followed him to the very edge of town where the water was cold and dark. Just when the little fish was too scared to go any further, Mr. Carp turned and swam to the surface. The little fish hid and listened as Mr. Carp began to speak. "I have done what you asked," Mr. Carp said. "The town's fish are happy and none the wiser. One more time ought to do it," he added. "And," Mr. Carp said gravely, "you must promise not to harm me." "Yes," Mr. Carp agreed. "When the time comes, all of this will be mine." "Oh no," thought the little fish. The very next day, Mr. Carp returned with his illuminated sign and his fine black pearls. The little fish knew he must warn the others. "Stop," said the little fish. "It's all a trick." "You needn't mind him," said Mr. Carp. "Soon you will have twice the success, power, and status of that little fish." The little fish tried to explain, but the others chimed in. "You're jealous. You have no power. You have no status here." "See," said Mr. Carp, "you have no place here anymore." And with a flip of his tail, he sent the little fish down into the sand and out of the way. One by one, the fish formed a line. They realized they did not have enough of Mr. Carp's instant success, wondrous power, and elite status, and the pearls were just the thing. But the little fish did not give up. He tried to warn them once more. "Look," said the little fish. "Look at how slow and heavy you are. Please listen to me," the little fish cried. "You're in danger." "It's too late," said Mr. Carp. "They won't listen to you anyway." The little fish had quite enough of Mr. Carp's deceptions and secrets. He swam right up to Mr. Carp and demanded, "What are you planning?" "Why don't I just show you?" sneered Mr. Carp. "The time has come." "Now!" cried Mr. Carp. "They are slow and clumsy, easy pickings." Suddenly, a great clawed beast came down from the surface and snatched the dory fish away, the other fish cowering in fear. Mr. Carp just laughed. And all at once, the town fish realized the world they lived in was much smaller than they had once thought. The clawed beast came down again and swiped at the little fish, but he was much too nimble. The angelfish was not as lucky, and he was the next to be caught. The yellowfish went soon after. The little fish hurried to find his friend. "I have to help the others," he said. "What can I do?" "I'm sorry, little fish," his friend said solemnly. "There is nothing more you can do. The best thing you can do now is hide." The little fish watched with sadness in his heart as the others were taken one by one. When the last fish was gone, all that was left was a few scattered pearls and sly old Mr. Carp. You can't hide forever, Mr. Carp smirked. The time has come, and all of this is now mine. You're not going to get away with this. We'll find a way, said the little fish. There is no we anymore, Mr. Carp mocked. You are all alone, little fish. But the little fish was not all alone. The little fish's friend had a surprise for old Mr. Carp. It was now his turn to be tricked. Mr. Carp was not able to control himself, and the great clawed beast came down again. As the beast tried to swallow the fish, Mr. Carp returned to his old sly self. This was too much for the beast to swallow, and so he choked on the sly old Mr. Carp. The little fish crept out of his hiding place, wondering if he would ever see his friend again. His friend reappeared with a final message. Little fish, there will be new townsfish soon. You must teach them not to be fooled by fine black pearls, but to seek rather pearls of wisdom.